Everyone, thanks for stopping by the Standards Weekly Check-In. I'm Colin. Behind the camera we got Dylan.
What's up?
Today we're going to be getting into some staff picks, going over some recently priced records, new arrivals, restocks, and at the end of the video getting into some YouTube comments. As always, if you see anything you like, you can hit the DMs on Instagram, give the shop a ring, or just come by. We're open 11 to 8, 7 days a week. Without further ado, let's get into some staff picks. You got some good ones today. I can agree with your first couple that I see.
The Discharge and the Brukers. Would you consider Bruker D-Beat?
I don't consider. I kind of see D-Beat as like what came after.
Yes.
That I don't think you can be like. I don't if you were around while Discharge was Discharge, I don't think you can really be. And this is just one man's opinion here. I don't think you can really be D-Beat, because I think D-Beat is definitely in the representation of their sound, like a Discard, for example, from Sweden, who are like actively like worshiping at the altar. I think that's proper D-Beat. I think Discharge and Varukers are just hardcore.
Yeah, okay. Just UK hardcore?
Yeah, I mean the best hardcore, but still hardcore.
Yeah. So I've just been listening to a lot of UK hardcore.
There we go.
And it's nice. I mean, like, not really nice, but you know what I mean. It's like, you don't know what I mean?
It's the best music.
I know, but it's not nice to like.
It's not pleasant to.
To some rando, but like it's nice to listen to as a fan.
Yeah, I don't know. I have had like Dark Nights of the Soul where I, like, if I'm. Like so I would say if Bad Brains are a hardcore band, Bad Brains are the best hardcore band. Mm-hmm. I think Bad Brains are. I think to call them a hardcore band is kind of like, I don't know, putting them in a box. I mean, this is more towards my fandom with that band. I would say that they are just the best American band, period. The Bad Brains, any genre, whatever. Technically, that makes them the best hardcore band. But if we're to take them out of the equation and just call them a band and then look at hardcore bands who are only hardcore bands, I think Discharge is probably the best hardcore band, considering like influence and all that. And like, this is, and Varukers, I'm really a fan of like bands who in the time of another band are just like, no, this is the best band right now. These guys who we go see every week, they're the best. Let's just start a band like that. I love that. And Varukers, I'll throw this out there. I'll do a little spoiler alert. See that lettering? Same font. That's all. There's nothing special. But yeah, I just really like the Varukers. And these two records especially. I think I want to say this is the same, like, remember, like this lineup has the people who went on to play in Sacrilege. And then this is just a perfect, like that's them at their most Discharge sounding, and perfect Godhead kind of music. I don't know, which one do you prefer from the two?
I'd say Another Religion.
Yeah, I really like the sound and production on this.
Yeah, it's a little better.
But Another Religion and Another War is like kind of, I don't know, the closest thing to sounding like Discharge that you could get in that era, other than Discharge. So yeah, great staff picks, Dylan. I'm real good. Hey, good job. I got this. I came across this. I'm surprised this is still here. It's kind of a tricky one to come by, but just a really good 70s fusion record. Really consistent, straight through, and you can look at these horny creeps on the back cover if you want to really be amused. But yeah, it's really good. A lot of these fusion records will have a couple really good tracks and then dip off, but this one is all the way in. I love it. I really like the pre-punk era of Sire. It's just fun seeing that logo on the back of a record. I know they did like Focus and like a few others, but anyways, this is another one. And you listen to Altered Images much, often, ever? I'm starting to think that they're extremely underrated. The more I listen to them, the more I like them, and the more I'm kind of, saddened, if you will, by the general populace's disregarding of them. I guess in a world where like you got like Kate Bush or like a lot of, I don't know, more Faye gentle 80s music is coming into popularity, or kind of continues to take hold of people's tastes. It's yeah, I don't think Altered Images gets their due. So I was just playing that record a lot. I think it's like a best of or some such deal, European import. But just a great band. I think everyone should listen to Altered Images some more. And speaking of Kate Bush, I think like this is like the black metal version of Kate Bush, Diamanda Gallis. I don't know how to say the name. I'm a very casual fan of her work, and her catalog is kind of coming back into print on vinyl. I believe this is the first record or in the very early work of hers. I dig this. I had to check in on it again once we got it in. I was kind of reminded of it. I've had it before and listened to it. It's really, yeah, it's like okay, this is kind of an aside. Maybe this will get edited out. I don't know. But when I would talk to Gitan, who was in like Christian Death and has had a lot of other things going on too, she would talk about like parties they would have at Roz Williams' place. You can fucking imagine the freak show of like the early 80s Christian Death parties, right? And she would just talk about like records they'd play, and a lot of like Bowie and T-Rex and like 70s kind of glam, I guess. And then she would say, but the night would go on, you just want people to clear out, so we would just play Throbbing Gristle like really loud just to annoy people and have them leave. And I was like, God, that's because like I said, you can imagine how much of a freak you had to be hanging out with members of Christian Death in your free time. And like, how do you find music that's so harsh and abrasive that it weirds out that crowd? And yeah, so respect to Throbbing Gristle in that regard. But yeah, I kind of think of this music as that. Like, if you want to clear out, like, okay, you want to be weirdos, you want to be cute with your little alternative music, like, this is like some harsh, bad vibe stuff. And I'm the first to call music out when it's just weird for the sake of being weird, or like just too artsy or pretentious. But I think there's like some definite substance behind her works, at least the stuff that I've heard. Again, casual fan. So yeah, I would recommend this for very specific kind of moods, or when you need to clear out a room of people. This is your jam. What are you getting into with this?
Listen to it for the first time today. It's synth pop. I guess it's from 1990, but it's very like reminiscent of New Order, and it's actually just, I don't know. It's a good time vibe. Yeah. It's fun, the stuff you come across that like you would really only find. There's Spotify's not going to recommend this to you. It's not going to come up on the YouTube algorithm. It's just a nice record. Yeah. That's it. I've been I got the some Pressure Sound stuff in, and this one I don't think I was familiar with too much before, but gave it a listen recently, and it's great. I get asked for recommendations for like good roots reggae albums, and this is great. You have King Tubby dubbing, Yabby U Productions. This is so real like important figures in like some roots reggae music. It's pretty cool. You get one side of vocals, one side of dubs, and then like some bonus tracks. I would say the first disc is strong. It's on Spotify though, so if you want to check out a good this is like my favorite kind of reggae, when it's just like very heavy, and like I call it like fire and brimstone-y, like fire and brimstone heavy reggae. If you like albums like that, this is a good one. So yeah, thumbs up to that, and just about anything on Pressure Sounds. Let's get to some flipping through, shall we? I listened to Axe Grinders album on the way here. Oh yeah, because they have a song called Hellstorm. Oh yeah, and it reminds me of Hailstorm because of how they say it. Yes, that's it. Yeah, it's the whole story. Bro, it's a crazy day. Yeah, watching that hail.
Yeah, I saw your stories that you posted.
Yeah, it was insane. Don't find my Instagram and don't follow me.
Are you saying that to me or to the world?
I'm saying that to the audience. The viewer. Yeah.
You're in an odd spot, I think. No, I mean like in generation-wise. I think you are just too old to care about social media.
Oh yeah, no. I mean, I don't mind looking at it. Yeah. I'm not one to promote myself like that, so.
Yeah, I can see like you're right on the cusp. If you were like born 2 years later, you'd be doing TikTok dances right now.
No, I'm too old for it.
You are now. I agree. Yeah. I have a personal Instagram too, and I feel really uncomfortable with it.
Yeah.
I never know what to put out and what to not put out, and what seems, I don't know, I'm way self-conscious.
I get it.
You know, I always forget how different your life is with like live music gone out of the equation.
Yeah.
That used to be something to post about, right?
Yeah.
Show coming up, play the show.
I did all
show
the time.
stuff. This is not have nothing to do with this show, but you guys should come and check it out. It's gonna be cool.
Yeah.
Gee, it's just dawning on me how weird that is to have like a year plus, essentially is what we're looking at, without any like live music, social media coverage. Mm-hmm. It's a lot. That was a good percentage of like everyone I knew stuff was like, hey, this is happening, here's an event. And then you take that away and it's just like, Bernie Sanders sat down. You take political stuff out of the equation. This is probably the worst year for social media entertainment. Is it getting to be more of a drag? Like, is it less interesting with that out of the equation?
For me, kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't mind, like, seeing what my friends are doing. But, like, I don't know, you see these people that you barely know, and you're like, what are you guys doing?
Yeah.
It's weird to see.
Man, I can't wait to go to shows again so I could just hang out on my phone all day.
Yeah, I know. Literally do the thing that...
YouTube comments. All right, we're gonna lead with one for Dylan, left by Mar. He says, "Yeah, hi. This is one for the cameraman. That's you, Dylan.
It's me.
Who's hotter, Himiko, Ochako, Momo, or Froppy, dude?"
Oh, dude, what? Is this My Hero Academia characters, dude? Dude, are you serious? Oh my god!
Dylan's in some weird clubs. I don't know. One Track Mind says, and this is just a nice thing. I like getting compliments. If someone said something mean, I probably wouldn't read it because I'm sensitive.
I get it.
He said, I was in the fine establishment yesterday, found some good records, and the guy had at the front was very nice. So that's nice to hear, right? Mm-hmm. Can't go wrong with that.
Which guy?
No,
anyway.
Either way, it's good for all of us. Anyways, thanks, One Track Mind. And then we got asked, this is actually it's a simple question. It's a very complicated question. Mm-hmm. He asked, is it possible to have too many records? And I think this is interesting. The answer is yes, first of all. But I think the answer, it's the too many records isn't a quantity, it's that whatever makes it to where you have too many where you don't appreciate them. And that gets complicated because appreciating them can mean listening to them and enjoying them, obviously. But maybe you just like I was thinking about this question because it is a complicated question, because this extends to owning any amount of stuff, right? Anything, doesn't have to be records. Can you own too much stuff? And the answer with any stuff is when it starts to be more of a problem than a benefit to your life, right? And so with records, it's like I have certain, let's say, mobile fidelity pressings of records that I own the normal copy of, and it's like I'm not listening to them all the time. So you could say that maybe I'm not appreciating them, right? But I like the idea of having them. Now this is a dangerous place to go because that's sort of where hoarding happens, and you get into this strange maximalist versus minimalist mentality, But I would say ultimately, don't have so many records that you don't appreciate them or enjoy them. That's too many records. That number, whatever that number is, plus one is too many records. So try to have that many records, exactly, right? The most amount of records you can have and still appreciate them. And for some people, that's a dozen records, and for some people it's one record, and for some people it's 3 storage units full of them. And I think it's different for every person, and that's kind of what makes this world so weird, is how different those numbers can be for everyone. So yeah, those are good questions and comments. Save for the one about... Wait, did you give him an answer?
Dude, what?
Crazy. Anyways, this is an inside joke I feel like I'm on the outside of. If you want to have our question for the staff answered, leave a YouTube comment. We'll get to it next week. Thanks for watching the video, and take care. Bye. Hey, good job.